Coming out the tunnel for the Brooklyn Broadway end. Come here, look at this. Come here. Come here, Marcia. Look at it. Look at the ride. Okay. Take a look. Coming up to the 121st Street station from the tunnel. Arch Street Tunnel opened in 1988. Done a repainting job recently. Latest paint scheme, this was gray when I first saw it, 1975. Nice color scheme.
Local train. The next stop is 111th Street.
Clear of the closing doors, please.
You want to sit down? Coming out of 121st. Still over Jamaica Avenue. Then a layover track, J train. You up and running tomorrow's rush hour. This is June 9th, 2013. Riding the Brooklyn Broadway headed east, headed west towards Manhattan. At 111th Street. We'll stop.
This is a Brooklyn Town J local train. The next stop is 104th Street.
Wife isn't interested in standing with me, so I don't blame her. Pulling out. Unusual glare today. Overcast skies. First L ride for me in over 4 years, at least in New York. I was in Philly in the summer of '09. Last time I rode this was in March of 2009. Never looked for marriage. See a J train going towards Queens Plaza, going east. Not Queens Plaza, I forget the name of that station. Not following is the 104th Street. This section was built in 1918. We are now approaching the section. We haven't passed it already. I think this is 1917 this was built, open. To recheck my history, I think just east of 100 and the 11th, the line was opened to 100 and it was opened in 1918. This is 1917 section.
The next stop is Woodhaven Boulevard.
And clear of the closing doors, please.
This is dual contract construction. You can see the solid cross beams, thicker rather. There was supposed to have been a third track installed, but they never got around to it. when there was a proposal to add a third track in the late 1950s. The neighbors objected to certain areas because you would come to a horseshoe curve, or a sharp S-curve rather, and that would have necessitated tearing down numerous structures, like they did in Chicago in early 2000s when the South Side L approached downtown, made that downtown curve. Well, I guess it was much demolished there, but turning an S to a straight line means a lot of construction, a lot of demolition to what's in the road away, because it cuts across the private right of way. Coming into Woodlawn Boulevard. Forest Parkway, they say, will be the next stop. Nice Sunday, early afternoon, June 9th, 2013. The four Floyd caution flags, four caution warnings. You have Sunday workers. Yellow flags indicate proceed slowly along the route. Very slowly around this curve, gentle curve that is, but as we can see, these new trains, but if you're getting close to the action like the old days, you could actually look outside and on top of everything, but there's some distance. The motor would have more room to move around, longer cabs, more aligned with other transit systems, other cars in Chicago, Philadelphia. Elevated lines that is subways. Of course, with the new metros, you have the entire front section for the motorman to move around, whereas the older vehicles, they'd be in a small confined cabin, sort of like a space capsule. Green light, we are moving slowly forward now. Take a stop or two away from the S-curve that will take us onto Fulton Street and the section that was built in 1893. Train is moving steadily, slowly. Must be some track work around here. Coming into 85th and Forest Parkway. Not much in the way of human traffic today. Very lazy Sunday afternoon. Green flag. End of the platform. I'm wondering if indeed we will be able to pick up some speed as we hit the S-curve down the way. Youngsters are going to come here, they're going to get to the front car. Come on, guys.
The next stop, 75th Street,
Great thrill. When I was that age, I would ride around myself. Looking out the window, see what's happening. This is an L ride without, you don't need a roller coaster when you come here. Life is pretty quiet for those who want to appear on candid camera. Be recognized. It's been a long time since I've been here, so I'm wondering which station we are approaching now. Used to know it by heart. I think it's 75th Street, Eldridge Lane, I think it is. Yes, that's it, Eldridge Lane. I think the next stop is Cypress Hill, so it should be.
Into the Brooklyn J local train. The next stop, Cypress Hill.
And clear of the closing doors, please.
We are soon be leaving the fuel contract section of this line. This part of the L was opened in, again, 1917. Part of the dual contract expansion. It saw the third tracking of the old Manhattan L that, of course, no longer exists. Third, second, and ninth, 6th Avenue L was basically a trunk line. It was torn down in 38. It was never given a third track. Cypress Hills, here we are. And this is the final stop on the dual contract section. Coming in very slowly. We are now 11 minutes into the ride. Take a look. We are now going to the S curve over. Wife is next to me. We're going to the S curve. Just watch. Okay. The line used to end here. This is the old Brooklyn-Queens border. And the line would end, the station right in front of us used to exist, and that would be the terminus of the original Brooklyn Broadway L. We are now turning onto Crescent Street. The spur was recently torn down. They reinforced it. Here we are going into the S curve. Speed extremely slow here due to the age. We are now going on the unconstructed L structure from 1894. Here we go. Yellow signals. And this will precede our turning west onto Fulton Street. The motorman has a lot of room to move around. Enjoying the wife's company, though she doesn't really know what is what. Very slow movement here. Looking out. First time for her. So she's naturally enthused or definitely curious. Red lights. You can see the old crossovers, layover tracks. Again, this used to be the end of the line. Red lights. You'll proceed with caution. Yellow, now you're moving. Yes, we are moving now. Yellow indicates slow speed. We are going to approach the curve. Second part of the curve, we will turn west onto Fulton Street, the oldest unreconstructed elevated structure in New York City. The oldest elevated structure, unreconstructed elevated structure, period. They have recently redone the South Side L in Chicago, which of course built in 1892, and before that it was the oldest unreconstructed elevated structure in the United States. Okay. As it is, this is the oldest continuously operated mass transit, rapid transit line in the U.S. It's second in the world to the London subway, built in 1863. Now turning into over Fulton Street, and if memory serves me correctly, I think this is Cypress Hills Station, the second to last stop of the old Brooklyn Broadway L in Queens. The supports for the station canopy are original, circa 1884, 1883. And yes, this is indeed Crescent Street we are coming into very slowly. Unreconstructed, elevated right here. We are now 15 minutes into our trip. 15 minutes into our trip. Blair is taking away the real scope of the what we are seeing here. This is really of course it doesn't give you a feel for what it feels like to actually ride on these things, which is spectacular. I don't think so. Here we go. I'm wondering how the wife is reacting to this sort of bouncing ride right here. She has to hold on to a bar. I'm used to bouncing myself out. Doing it for 40 years, so I guess I know. You can see the cross beams connecting the tracks, holding up the tracks, maybe the stringers rather. They are still in construction, but they did such a good job. They didn't need to reinforce it with their steel contracts. Cold steel equipment. This is Norwood Avenue right now. We are approaching. We're now going to go to Cleveland Street. Next stop. They're one of many videos I know like this on the YouTube, Brooklyn Broadway L. What I heard of recording, the old wooden cars at the Manhattan line, even the old Brooklyn line, were a lot louder than this. We are now approaching Cleveland Street. As typical of the Brooklyn elevator construction at the time, there were 2 tracks. All the stations had center platforms. That was standard for the Brooklyn lines, save the Lexington Avenue, which was the first built in 1885, opened then, closed and demolished in 1950. Franciscan will be next. Hi, holding a door open. This is cool. Never gets old. Never gets old riding this. 4 years since my last trip. Feels like it always has. Yes, there's a lot of track work in front of this. A lot of track work. We're going to be stuck here for a few minutes, I take it. Well, a nice delay, I guess. Go with the pause until we start moving around. We are now resuming, so I'm glad it probably makes view of this track impossible right now. Wondered about the quality of videos when I saw earlier tracks, but I guess I understand how difficult it is with this glare. Yes, the sun is really strong here. But the movement of the camera should give you an idea of what this is like. We are now at Van Tislin Avenue. Still recently had one of the original stations. The line. A lot of construction going on here. A lot of delays. Not surprising because of the age of this thing. Not surprising at all. 20 minutes into our trip. We are now stopping. I wonder how long we're going to be here.
The next stop is Alabama Avenue.
Clear of the closing doors, please.
Alabama Avenue next. Should mark the halfway point of the L ride here. And it will be leaving the Fulton Street section. And moving on over Broadway, which is reconstructed as part of the new contract. It used to look just like this here. Before reconstruction in 1915, 1916, a third track was given from East New York all the way up to Marcy Avenue, which is where we'll be headed before we go over the bridge. Lower than usual today, a lot of Sunday work. Won't have the benefit of an express track ride on the express track, which is a thrill of itself. This being see is flying buttress in front of us. Projected to have a third track along this section of the route, but it was never completed. So that steel you see elevated above has never had a track on it or a train on it. Maybe you can't see. Maybe you'll see it when you get closer. Sir, in the distance, you should be able to see that large piece of steel trestle. Alabama Avenue we're coming into. I think that is the LL train in front of us. One of the few elevated lines I've never ridden in this area. So, yes, there you go, the flying buttress in front of us. Standing like that for almost 100 years. Interesting. I don't know why they haven't torn it down, but they haven't.
The next stop is Broadway Junction.
Broadway Junction. Well, I say East New York.
Clear of the closing doors, please.
For 38 years I've been riding this line. I always wanted to take a video of it. This is my first time. Not bad. I guess good things come to those who wait. We are now going into Broadway Junction. And when we pull out of this, I will swing over to show the last elevated yard in existence. Yes, we are now going into Broadway Junction. Looks like we're going to go on the right track. Yep, we're not going to do express today. Not surprising, because it is a Sunday. Wife looks bored sitting behind me, but I don't think it will face appear on candid camera, so I'm not going to show them. She's drop dead gorgeous, I can tell you that, folks. First ride of the L with the old hubby. Last ride on this made on this was just before we got married. Let me see right here. To this side, you see out the window. In the distance is the last great elevated yard. Take a look at it. In the distance, there you go. Last great L yard in New York City. There used to be a ton of those back that way. Maybe I missed it. Now we are going to Broadway Junction, and we are going to go over Broadway. The heart of the old Brooklyn Broadway L. Built in 1888, continuous operation ever since. Watch for the young Turks, friend. There you go. Shoot it off, dude. Let me right here.
This is the town J local train. The next stop is now Johnson Street. There is a closing doors, please.
Come on. Stand up. Okay, let's take a look, okay? Sorry. Let's take a look. This is what I live for. This is what I live for as a kid. Great ride. Hold on. I thought this is what I lived for as a kid. Just look around. See, it's a great ride. Wife is not amused. You see? Okay. You don't understand what you're saying? You don't know what you're saying? You gotta go away. Let's go sit down. You want to... My wife doesn't want to enjoy this ride. I do, so I'm going to. Here we go. This never gets old, friends. Never gets old. It's my turn to ride. Boring to non-transit, folks, I know. Somebody like me, this is thrilling. It's riding the L in real time. Real time, ladies and gentlemen. Real time. Eighth Avenue will be the next stop. That was the original terminus of the old Lexington Avenue L. Where's L in Brooklyn? There used to be a tower up here that would direct trains on the Brooklyn Broadway line to the old Lexington. It's long, long gone. The wife is not amused. She is not amused at all by this. I guess the way it should be. This is a husband thing. We are now in Gates Avenue. Correction, this little tower is beyond the station, just slightly beyond it, just west. The movement is there. Kosciuszko is next. This has been going on here since 1888. Younger generation. Yep. Kosciuszko is next. And I think Riddle Avenue will be right after that. Riddle Avenue, you can see the section for the old Riddle Avenue L. Top of here, the line was torn down in the 1970s. Stopped service October 4th, 1969. It was the last elevated line that had wooden cars that were standard. Here we come to Riddle Avenue. No, all these buildings have been around here since the beginning. Yeah, I know. Here you go. Yeah. Riddle Avenue. Flushing Avenue used to be a station between here and the park. Looks like Ribeiro no longer exists. Here we go.
The next stop is
Former, we're going to get off at Hughes. Yep. We are over. Very quiet area now. Well, I guess they're not moving just yet. Here we go. Wife is not amused. She just wants to get where she's going. I guess I can't say I blame her very much. Here we go. We're now coming into Borma. Here we go. Oops, that was quick. We're getting off right here and we'll stop for a moment. Okay? I think I screwed up that last part, but that's okay. The area right here. Okay. Gonna see the train pull out. We'll get the next one. I should have edited that last section out, but that's fine. Out of Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Look at the area. Just old. Very, very old. Very old. Gives you a scope just how ancient this whole thing really is. Next stop, of course, will be Marcy Avenue. I will give a pause until the arrival of the next train. Here comes a eastbound train on the opposite tracks. Should be coming in view pretty soon. There it is. Not sure if this is a J or an M. I kind of miss the old ones, the old R12s, the straw seats. I really do miss those. And that's a J, not an M. Maybe the M isn't operating today, I'm not sure. That's pulling into the station very slowly. A lot of construction on the tracks today. Very old section of Brooklyn. Here we go. For a transit buff, this is heaven. I mean, for a transit buff, this is heaven right here. Real heaven. Maybe 60, 70 years from now, people will remember this, see all these films and these recordings of this. I could do the old 3rd Avenue L now, Manhattan. There she goes, going east, towards Jamaica. We'll be going back to later this day. Around the bend. There she goes. Down she goes. What you see here is life along the L. All the noises, all the sounds. All this brings back a lot of memories. Life in New York. Brooklyn, rather. And I do miss it. This was... Well, this added spice to my childhood and to my adulthood. At least the early part of it. Yes, life in the city. Lazy Sunday afternoon, June 9th, 2013. Still waiting for the next train to come. It is a Sunday schedule, maybe another 15, 20 minutes before it gets here. Don't want to fill this with dead time on a Sunday afternoon. So no periodic pauses, just waiting. But I wanted the wife to see what life is around here. I want to see these old buildings again myself. Amazing seeing something 38 years down the line after you first saw it. Yes, it is amazing. I'm wondering if it's an M train coming next. Another train pulling in. Haven't seen it yet, but it's going to be coming in this way soon. There it is. Here it comes. Looks like another J. Eastbound. Yes, there it is. Eastbound J train coming. Wish a westbound would show up, but you know, they come when they feel like it. Here we go. Yes, these things are loud. See, is it a community? There we go. It's going to be pulling out in a minute. Now where the hell is that next westbound train? What's holding it up? I don't think the wife is too amused. First time in the summer heat. Well, there it goes down there. This is heaven for me, very close to it. Here it comes. Here's our train. Finally, it's approaching. Ah, it's another J. Another J. Marcy Avenue. There we go. Last stop in Brooklyn. Marcy Avenue. We're next going to go over Ginsburg Bridge. Ginsburg Bridge is next. It's about to end my L ride. First L ride for 4 years. Maybe I'll take it back. Williamsburg Savings Bank, it used to be. That's been there since the 1870s, that dome. And pretty soon we're going to approach Peter Luger's, I think, yes, Peter Luger's Steakhouse. One of the best. You can do it online now. We're now 47 minutes into this recording. We'll be able to edit out that section when I try to pick life up so we can get off that last train, but I'm no expert on this. That's the control tower. The line used to go straight to the Broadway ferry. That was built with this extended over the Williamsburg Bridge in 1908. Bridge opened in 1903. To the left, the track would extend straight down Broadway to the edge of the East River, the Broadway ferry entrance. This section here was rebuilt in 1999 as part of the major rehabilitation of the Williamsburg Bridge, which was in danger of collapse for about 20 years. The city embarked on the urban renewal reclamation project. Well, they basically rebuilt the thing because it was conceded that it would be more expensive to build a new bridge rather than completely rehabilitate the old one, and that included the tracks of the Brooklyn Broadway L. So here we have new elevated structure that was built in 1998, 1999. All of this is new, folks. The towers are original. Cables replaced. This is the bridge dating back 1903. Interestingly enough, this is the bridge we drove over coming over here. Well, I'll never complain about the quality of photography again on these YouTube videos because it is a devil to do justice to this imagery here. So now I'm going to swing over, as we go over the bridge, I'm going to swing over to New York, downtown and the other. Going over Brooklyn. You can see downtown. Maybe not. I'll swing over this way to the Empire State Building. You should be able to see the distance. Yep, we're going over the East River. In the old days, you could look through the tracks and see the water flowing beneath you. Freaked me out the first time I saw that in May of 1975. Yeah, the reconstruction is such that you can barely see anything here. So here we go, over the bridge. And we begin to close this video down. Non-transit buffer can think this is a complete waste of time, as does my wife. Me, I love it. I absolutely love it. Long time coming. So, to the extent that you can see anything, I hope you enjoyed this little tour of the Brooklyn Broadway L, filmed on June 9th, 2013, by yours truly, Eric Smith, transit buff, author of A Tale of 10 Cities, Volume 2, The Elevated Railroad and the Urbanization of New York, out-of-print booklet, came out in 2001. It be found on Amazon.com. Yes, I'm doing an individual plug, folks. Round book. Tale of 10 Cities, Volume 1, The Elevated Railroad, The Urbanization of New York, by Eric Smith. published by America House. Out of print, but there may be a copy on Amazon or two. Check it out. So we are now approaching Delancey Street. And as this train goes underground and resumes its life as a subway, wish you all a very great day, Godspeed, and just have a ball. Life is short. Enjoy yourselves. Well, I just pointed out the East River, and that's a wonderful sight right there. Hopefully we'll see the Empire State in closing. And with that, I will shut it down. Oh, I got the water, Miss Wife. I got it. I got it. I don't think she wants to wave, folks. So, this is Eric Smith signing off. Have a great day and happy elves shopping.